Hey everybody, it's Rosie, and today we are starting off the Fantasy High series right. Wearing my Fantasy High shirt. That's right, y'all thought I was a casual fan. I'm not. I own the merch, and Fantasy High is full out my screensaver on my phone. Y'all thought I was a casual fan. I'm not. We started it off today with our favorite shy boy, Gorgug Thistlespring! Yay! I love him. He is the best. Made out of 2 Riverdale boys. That's how I got this little guy. This was a really fun series to do, and I'm just very happy to do it. I love all of these characters so much, so I'm very excited for how the rest of this will go. And you will see they all turned out really nice. That's right, I did already make all of them, but I'm deciding to start it out with Gorgug. Starting off, we have this Archie Andrews from Riverdale Funko Pop. I got him because I wanted the body with the Letterman's jacket for Fabian, so this just happened to be the extra head that I had, but it happened to work out perfectly for what I needed for Gorgug, so that worked out really nicely. Like all the heads, I start out by heating it up with a hairdryer and then lots and lots of pulling to get it off. This was one of the first 2 that I did after the Neil one, and so I did not even think of the possibility of the neck snapping off as an option, so his wanted to snap off, and I was more determined than with any of the others to have it not snap off. Now with the head, I didn't exactly know what I was doing. I was kind of just feeling my way through, figuring it out as I went, but I knew that I needed to give him long hair because Gorgug has that like long wavy hair. So in the back, it was just building up a lot of clay. I did not end up keeping this piece specifically because I ended up covering it with more clay because I made this strand really long, but this clip I kept in because I didn't film most of the hair just because it took so long, but this is how I did all of the hair. I built off of the sculpted hair that the doll had. The hair it already had, I just went off of that and made longer, wavier pieces where I needed longer, wavier pieces, and I smoothed it down so that I could have smooth transitions between the hair he already had and the hair I needed to build up, so I needed to build up less hair. I didn't have to start from scratch, which was nice. Most of what takes so long with the hair is just smoothing it down with the hair so that I have to sand less later. This is the finished hair. You can see he's got these long tendrils in the front, and I built up that swoop that he had because it was very intense, and I gave him some headphones. I painted his skin next. I was very nervous about this because I wasn't sure about the green color that I had mixed. I ended up going in with a different green color later because I did not like this. It looks fine on camera, but in person it was just way too bright. I was also really nervous because I didn't want to have a bunch of brush strokes all over his face because I just think that doesn't look nice, and that wasn't the look I was going for, but it's kind of inevitable when you're using acrylic and brushes on vinyl. But I figured out a way to do it that it ended up looking not too bad, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now, just painting all of his hair black. Not a lot to say about that. I left a strand in the front so that I could paint it that white shock that he gets in that arcade fight in season 1. and I left it on the right originally because I was only going to make one strand on the right, but then after doing it, I decided I wanted to give another little strand on the left, and after doing that, I think it looks a lot nicer, having it on both sides. Now I'm painting the headphones gray. I know that he's usually drawn with black headphones, but since his hair is black, I wanted the headphones to stand out from the hair. Now I'm just painting on those black soulless Funko Pop eyes that we all know and love. As you can see from the green on the eyes, I did already go in and give him a darker, more grayish, brown, muted green skin color, because you can see from the eyes it was a much brighter green before, and it just wasn't very orcish, half orcish. It was more very dark goblin. For his body, I just took the Jughead body where he's wearing a coat, and I sanded off his lapels so it was flat, and then I just built up a thing to cover where the jacket opened, so now it's just a hoodie. This was one of the easiest things that I had to do, so that was nice. It was mostly just smoothing it down, and then I added on a hood in the back. As you can see, the neck broke. Oh yeah, this is when I baked the clay. You have to bake the clay. As you can see, the neck broke when I was disconnecting it from the Jughead head. That is something that I had to deal with later, but it wasn't too complicated. I am painting his neck the same green that his head was. And this lighting is horrible, but I am painting his pants a very muted grayish purple color. Gorgug is always drawn wearing bright purple pants, and I just didn't feel like bright purple was the mood of this Funko Pop that I was making, so I made it more of a grayish purple just because I didn't like the bright purple. The Funko Pop in its entirety is a very muted doll. He's got very grayish green skin, he's wearing a gray hoodie, he's wearing grayish purple pants. It's a very muted color palette, but I feel like that makes sense. Gorgug's a pretty muted guy, he's not trying to stand out, so it all looks nice together in the end. And here's his gray hoodie. It was nice that since his hands are in his pockets, I didn't have to deal with painting hands. Here is the finished Gorgug. I painted on his eyebrows later. I wanted to give him a worried expression, and I glued on the neck peg. And now he's finished. That's it. So until next time, when you will see the rest of the Fantasy High gang, this is Rosie and Gorgug signing off.